Okay, so the last video ended abruptly, but that's because we only have 15 minutes on these videos. So we're going to go to example 4 first before we move on to ways to solve using LinSolve. So we need to talk about finding the solution to systems of linear equations from tables again. Now notice these tables are split, right? All right, so I have f of x. Let me make this bigger. I have f of x, and I have g of x. Okay. Now, if you'll notice, for f of x, I have -2, 7, 0, 5, 3, 2, and 4, 1. For g of x, I have 0, -4, 3, 2, 5, 6, and 6, 8. So what we're looking for is the same point. And so whenever I look, I can tell that the one that is the same is 3, 2. So I know that my solution is 3, 2. Okay? Because it is the same point. And it's the point that they have in common. Okay? All right. So now we're going to talk about the easy way to solve systems of linear equations. So let's move on to LinSolve. So you remember the problem that we had at the very end of the first video, that we had to solve for y, and then we had to graph it, find the intersection, and those are ways that you can do that, right? Okay. So there's an easy way to solve using your calculator, and it's called LinSolve. Whenever I say use LinSolve, you're going to use your calculator, and then there's a few steps. So here's the steps. You're going to, and I just have it over here on your calculator. First of all, you're going to need a calculator page, okay? Then after you get a calculator page, you're going to hit Menu, and then Algebra, Solve Systems of Linear Equations. Once you hit Solve Systems of Linear Equations, you have to tell your calculator how many equations and what type of variables to use, and then you're going to type in the equation exactly like you see it, okay? So I'm going to move this over here so that we can actually look at this and do it. Over here. Okay. So whenever I say we need a calculator page, we want to add a calculator page. Okay. So I'm walking you through the steps. So we have a calculator page. We've done number 1. Then I'm going to hit Menu. Okay. The next step is to hit Algebra. I'm going to go down to Algebra. And then I have to go down to Solve System of Linear Equations. I'm going to click on that. Okay. And so it says number of equations. You have to tell the calculator how many equations. Well, we have 2. There's 1, 2. All right. And then it says, and what type of variables to use. Now, some of your equations, most of them will have x and y, but some of them will have c and d, r and d, r and x. It just depends. Okay. It depends on how you write your equations. So you can change these. It does not matter. Okay. And then you're going to come over here and hit OK. So this is what you're going to see, okay? It looks like a fraction. Don't let that confuse you, okay? So then you want to type in this right here exactly as you see it right here. So the top equation, y minus 5 equals 3, open parentheses, x plus 4, close parentheses, goes on the top. So we're going to type that in. Y minus 5 equals 3, open parentheses, x plus 4, close parentheses. That goes on the top. That's the first equation, right? The one on the bottom, we're going to go y minus 5x equals 14. Okay? And then you hit enter. I guess I should have put and then hit enter. Because that's important. Hit enter. And what that does is it gives you the answer, okay? So it gives you the solution here, okay? So the solution over here is, oh gosh, let's see. The solution is 3 over 2. So my x value is 3 over 2. My y value is 43 over 2, okay? as a decimal. I know that y'all like decimals. Remember that one that we had? It was 1.5 and then 21.5. That's the one. That's this equation, the system of linear equations. Okay? You like that a whole lot better, don't you? All right, let's do it again. Let's do it again. All right, we're going to use these same steps right here to do this system of linear equations, okay? All right, so we're going to do menu, algebra, solve systems of linear equations. I have two. My variables are x and y. Let me come over here. I have an x and y. Okay, so I'm going to change that. I'm going to leave that as x and y. All right, on the top, let me erase this so you can see it better. All right, on the top, I'm going to put in 8x plus y equals negative 16. On the bottom, it is negative 3x plus y equals negative 5. Okay, and then hit enter. Oh, and then we get a negative 1, negative 8. So my solution is negative 1, negative 8. So if I ask you what the x value of the solution of the system of linear equations of this system is, you could tell me the x value is negative 1. If I ask you for the y value, you would tell me that the y value is negative 8. All right? Okay, that's it for this video. That was the easy part, right? All right. You have an assignment in Canvas. Not very many questions, so you should be able to do these fairly easy, okay? Have a great day.